Good evening, everyone. Welcome all of you to CLAT Ke Funde once again. Rifat, Shikha Singh, Saju B, Neeraj Nikhil, Nandita Viswas, Shivam, Atharv, all of you, good evening. So today I'll be discussing one of the important chapters of English, and that is related to CLAT examination. Sonali, good evening. Join as early as possible so that you cannot miss out today's session, because it will be really it is going to be really important for you from the aspect of reading comprehension. What I want to focus all of you that in the reading comprehension segment, according to the changed pattern, there has been a radical change in the question pattern, right? So they are focusing on the tone of the passage. Invariably, one question can be framed from the tone of the passage. What kind of tone of the passage is trying to convey to the students, or rather this kind of questions you can expect from the reading comprehension. So what I'm going to discuss today, that is entirely discussion on tone of the passage. It's a quite tricky kind of question, because according to most of the students, Komal, good evening. According to most of the students, they feel that it's going to be difficult. How can we identify the tone of the passage? It is going to be really the tough one, because from your perception, it may vary from the perception of the author. But according to the rules of the tone of the passage, you have to focus on that what is the attitude of the author towards that particular passage. From the changed pattern, what we have come to know, that 5 different kind of passages are placed in the question paper, and you are going to attempt all the questions from all the segments, right? Now, one question depending on the tone of the passage, or the title of the passage, or the final or the conclusion of the passage, whatever you can call, that one question from each and every section may be given. So you should be ready for that. And it is not going to be so tough as you think, because it requires lots of practice, and if you know the tricks how you will proceed, then definitely it is going to be very easy for you, what I believe, right? And for the last 1 month, after taking the classes, I have been taking the classes of English for this particular group of students, and you people have been wonderful in responding different kind of questions that were asked by me. So I'm pretty sure that the tone of the passage is not going to be difficult for all of you, because you people are all amazing, and your answers are most of the time have been correct. Okay, so now without wasting time, let me straight away move into the tone of the passage segment. This is all about tone of the, how to identify the tone of the passage. Reading comprehension passage, let me remind you once again that reading comprehension, the length of the passage will be around 400 or 450 words. Okay, fine. So each and every passage will be read out carefully. Just give importance to all the phrases. Just give importance to all the meaning of the words. Read the sentences one by one carefully with utmost attention, and then only you will be able to extract the inner meaning, or what is the theme of the passage. And in that particular process, you will come to know that what is the intention of the author, what the author is going to do with all the sentences. He is trying to give you a particular kind of idea. You have to extract that particular idea after reading all the lines of that reading comprehension passage. And the more you practice, the more it will be in your grip. Fine. So today I am going to discuss on different kind of techniques, and what are different kind of tones, how you can be familiar with those kind of tones, how you can easily identify the tone of the passage, all this. So let me proceed. Look, the first condition is given. Okay. Deepak Patel, hello. Deepak, hello, good evening. Now, in the center, it is clearly written that expression of strong dislike or disagreement with an idea, thing, or person. Okay. Now, according to the CLAT consortium, it has been quite explicit. Their message is very much clear, pretty clear, that the passages will be taken from the leading newspapers like the Hindu or Indian Express or the Statesman, whatever it may be. Fine. Now the passage will be factual. It can be based on certain facts. It can be based on, it can be taken from any political scenario, right? It can be based on some scientific fiction, and it can be based on some stories also. So whatever is going to be, it should be, the author's intention will be pretty clear. Through the passage, you will come to know that what is the intention of the author, or what the author is trying to establish or substantiate. Okay, so here what I have written, expression of strong dislike or disagreement with an idea, thing, or person. Right? Now let me just take one example. Okay, have you ever heard the term like euthanasia? Has anyone heard about the term euthanasia? Prabhangshu, good evening. Euthanasia? Anyone? Mercy killing, Deepak, very good. Mercy killing. Okay. Now, if we talk about euthanasia or mercy killing, then you cannot be dead sure that all the people in the world, they are going to support this kind of act of mercy killing. There may be a group of people who will be opposing the fact, and there is a group of people who will be supporting the fact. If the passage is based on certain term like euthanasia, which means mercy killing, and the author is strictly, if you find in each and every line or in each and every paragraph, the author is trying to establish his negation, it means that he is not in a mood to support this kind of act, then definitely it can be concluded that the tone of the passage will be acerbic or harsh or vitriolic. It can be caustic, it can be bitter. All the expressions of strong dislike or disagreement with an idea, thing, or a person. Now, this particular act is strongly opposed by the author or the writer. And if you go to understand this fact after going through all the lines of the passage, then only you can perceive that what is going to be the tone of the passage. And that particular tone can be categorized in different way. It can be named in different ways. That's why I have clubbed all the name of the tones, what kind of tone it is. All the words are in this particular shape. First one is acerbic. Now, what do you mean by acerbic? Acerbic means very harsh. Okay, next word, harsh. It means harsh, very much. He is not in a mood to support all these things, always criticizing this thing. Vitriolic, it's a very important word. Now, if in a question paper you find the word like vitriolic, at that very moment you may be surprised that what is the meaning of the word vitriolic. That's why I have picked this particular word, and it can be used as a tone as well in the examination. Look, my dear students, from the examination perspective, at that very moment, it will be very much confusing for you if you are having this kind of words like vitriolic or caustic or acerbic. Because at that time, English is not going to be the only one segment. You have to tackle the rest of the segments as well within that stipulated period of time. But focusing on English, definitely you should be familiar with all these words. And for your convenience, I have clubbed all the words under one head. Whenever you find any expression that is of strong dislike or disagreement with an idea, thing, or person, and if you understand this fact through reading the passage, definitely you can be dead sure that yes, the tone of the passage is going to be either acerbic or harsh or vitriolic or caustic or bitter. Now, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words, one word will be there in the option. So definitely it is going to be easier for you to pick or to select the right answer. Got it, everyone? The first one is absolutely clear. to each and everyone? Am I able to make you understand all these things through the first one? Okay, fine. Rifat, Shikha, Premanshu. Okay, fine. Very good. Well done. Now, going through, lastly, it is written for your convenience as well. Through an acerbic tone, the author lets us know his loathing with a particular theory or may express his disdain towards a particular person. This is a hateful tone that is intentionally or unintentionally meant to cause hurt to the subject. Okay, now there is an established fact, and it's not necessary that all the time all the people are going to support that particular fact. Okay, for example, there are so many teachers who have taught you in your student life, but all the time all the teachers will be liked by you. There is no guarantee about it. Maybe a few teachers are liked by you, maybe a few teachers will be disliked by you. It happens all around the world, so nothing is to worry about it. So if a particular topic or subject is given, but I have understood that yes, author is the strong opposer of that particular fact or the subject, and through the lines it has been expressed number of times, then I can be dead sure about the tone of the passage, that it should be either acerbic or harsh or vitriolic or caustic or bitter. Through all the sentences, one fact is going to be highlighted, and that is hateful tone, disdainful act. That's why these kind of tones will be applicable in that particular segment. Fine. Moving to the next one. Here is a different set of tones. Okay, as you see in between, the condition is written, and what is all about? Showing uncaring attitude of author towards the subject. Showing uncaring attitude of author towards the subject. Now, my dear students, in your student life, you have been taught by your teachers different kind of subjects, and it is quite possible that all the subjects, Abhishek Sharma, good evening, Shivam, okay, understood, fine. Now different kind of subjects, if you take the example of physics, if you take the example of chemistry, somebody will be saying for biology, somebody will be asking for maths, somebody will be asking for English. Now any of the subjects will be liked by somebody else and other subjects will be disliked by somebody else. It happens. This is all about life. Now my intention is that now when somebody is teaching you mathematics, or when somebody is teaching you say physics, and you are not interested at all, and at that very moment you will be feeling like you are forced to digest all the things that are going to be taught to you by your teachers. So you don't have any interest to listen to your teacher at that moment, because you have lost your interest in that particular subject. Now, from the reading comprehension perspective, if I am saying that a passage is given, and in that passage all the time the author is showing his disinterest, or author is showing that he is uncaring, or author is showing that he is least bothered about that particular subject or that particular fact, then definitely you should select the tone in either of these one. It can be indifferent attitude, it can be called emotionless, or it can be called apathetic. Now apathetic is a really important word for you. From the vocabulary perspective, what is the meaning of listless? Premanshu, listless also means indifferent. Listless also means having lack of interest. Okay, got it? So it can be, it's a very good word, Premanshu. Listless is also, it also means indifferent. So if in the tone listless word you find, then definitely you should categorize that as listless. So my concern is that my focus is on the particular subject is that if a subject is given and through the lines you have, whenever you are going to read through the lines, you have found that most of the times author is showing his uncaring attitude. He is not going to be bothered about what is happening all around the world at that particular moment. It will be easier for you to identify that what is going to be the tone of the passage. And for that, you may have indifferent or emotionless or apathetic. So these are the tones. Without wasting time, within a fraction of a second, you can select the word of yours depending on the passage. Okay, I agree. Problem may be there. What kind of problem? Maybe different words for emotionless is given in that particular slot, and you were not familiar with the meaning of the word. So at that very moment, what you are going to do? There is also some tricks. At that very moment, the rest of the words, if you know, you just eliminate that. And the word which you don't know, that should be your answer. Why am I saying like that? Because in the competitive examination, in my teaching career, I have already seen so many options are given in which one option is going to be correct invariably and the rest of the options will be eliminated. But the rest of the options don't have any connection with that particular subject. So automatically those options will be eliminated, and the option which is remaining, though I do not know what is the meaning of the word, still it is going to be the answer. Sometimes this tricks can help to do you better. Now this one, emotionless, indifferent or apathetic. When we are going to identify these as the tone of the passage, when the author shows about uncaring attitude or it shows that he is not interested at all towards the subject. Let me take one example so that you can be confirmed in which case we are going to select the tone, this one of the passage. This is commonly used to show that a privileged person has no care for the struggles of the poor. Okay, now the privileged persons has no care for the struggles of the poor. My dear students, in this world, there are lots of poor people around you. Now the people who are privileged, who are rich, who are affluent, how can they know about the struggle for the poor? Why are they concerned? Why should be they are going to be concerned about the poor one? Because they are fulfilling their responsibilities, they are getting all the facilities and amenities, they are enjoying their life. Who cares for the poor? Now, if this is the fact, or if this is going to be the subject of that reading comprehension passage, and number of times author is highlighting this fact, then definitely this can be called emotionless or indifferent. No emotion in the privileged person for the poor. That's why easily it can be categorized as emotionless. Fine, it can be apathetic. It is also used to show a government's lack of attempts at solving public crisis. Most of the time, number of times it happens that public have crisis. But government is not going to concentrate all the crises the public are having, because they are showing their lack of it. The government is showing his lack of interest in those kind of interest or in those kind of problems or issues of the common people. So if this fact is absolutely clear from the passage that government is showing lack of interest, automatically you should select the answer either indifferent or emotionless or apathetic as a tone of the passage. So far, whatever I have discussed, I think it is absolutely clear to you, and I'm able to give you a fair idea that how you are going to identify the tone of the passage. Have you understood till now, so that I can proceed? Ishita, yes sir. Rifat, yes, fine. Very good. Premangshu, yes, okay. Shivam, yes, good, very good. All of you are good. At the very beginning of the class, I have already told that all of you are really good. What you need? Proper guidance. What you need? Proper channelization. In which way you have to proceed. Somebody needs to hammer you so that you can move through a proper channel. And that is our purpose. We are the teachers who will be guiding you constantly so that you can find your best way to success. Okay, now third segment. Condition is there, very simple. When two parties who are at conflict or battle or war have a conversation with each other. Okay, if this is the fact, means that if we take example of your student life, if we take example of your friendship, automatically we will find that in our lives we find different kind of people and different kind of situations where two persons conflict with each other on particular issue. Okay, to you what is good to me may be bad, to me what is beautiful to you may be ugly. So opinion differs, perception differs, and at that very moment, what we are supposed to do, we engage in a conflict or contradiction. We start battling over that particular issue. Okay, so if in a particular passage there is a topic or the subject matter is like that, in which two different kind of parties, belligerent means aggressive, but hostile means adverse. Does these words have a connection? Yes, these words do have a connection, Premanshu. Definitely I will be explaining. You will get your answer. Just wait. Just give me a few seconds. Now, when two parties who are at conflict, okay, fine. The example is given that when two different kind of parties will not be will not be taking unanimous decision, will be fighting with each other over a particular issue or fact at that very moment, then definitely that tone of the passage is going to be belligerent or hostile or bellicose. Now coming up to the word hostile. Hostile means adverse. When does the adverse situation occur? When the situation contradict with each other. When there is the concept of contradiction, there is conflict, and when there is conflict, there may be a chance of having battle or war, and when there is battle or war, there comes the concept of belligerent. So hostile doesn't mean the positive one. Hostile always indicates the adverse one. Adversity means opposite. So when it contradicts, it becomes hostile. Now, Premanshu, you got it? Premanshu understood so that I can proceed? Fine, thank you. So look, what being a teacher, it is my utmost responsibility that to satisfy you. Each and everyone has different set of doubts or queries. You need clarification from your teachers. It is your ultimate responsibility, and our responsibility is that to fulfill your satisfaction. Fine. So I cannot escape the question. I don't want to skip the questions asked by you. Give me some time so that I will give you the proper answer. And whenever I'll be unable to give the answer, definitely I will say that, let me check, then only I can deliver. Because we don't believe in false word or fake word. Okay, fine. Saju B, can we also use words meaning disapproval for this kind of tone? Yes, you can also mean disapproval for this kind of tone, because whenever you are not going to approve anything, and definitely you was going to give you disapproval in that certain aspect. So obviously, but the main element is that, the main thing is that it should be in opposing mode. Okay, it should be in opposing mode. It should be in adverse effect. It should have, and they will be in belligerent mode. So these kind of tones you can easily select whenever the subject is all about the conflict or contradiction on certain facts. So almost I think I have given you the idea of 7 or 8 different kind of tones of the passage. Now an example is also given over here. An example is a conversation that the USA and the Soviet Union had towards each other during the Cold War. During the Cold War, two countries were given as an example. the first one, the USA, and the second one, the Soviet Union. And two different countries have different kind of, they are having conversation between them, fine. But during the time of conversation, what has been come out, from their conversation, it is quite clear that they have different conflicting opinion about the Cold War. So when you are supporting a fact and the other one is opposing a fact, there comes the existence of conflict or contradiction or opposing situation. At that very moment, the tone is going to be decided by you as belligerent or hostile or bellicose. What is going to be crucial for you, that you have to read out the passage minutely or carefully, each and every sentence or each and every line, because it is going to be the deciding factor for you. Okay, number of times I have found the students to ask this kind of question, sir, I don't have any idea about what is being the subject matter of that particular passage. Look, students, I don't believe this kind of thing, because you people are quite mature. Till now, you have studied a lot in English, in literature section. You have read out different kind of stories. You do have perception. What requires is concentration and meditation. You people are really good. If you be a little bit of seriousness, you please show. Definitely, you are going to tackle all the questions in the reading comprehension section. It's not. It is not going to be said all the time that, sir, it is going to be difficult for us in English. No, English is not at all difficult. Your difficulty has been created by you. It's a vague word. There is no word like difficulty in this world. If you be serious, a little bit of seriousness will do the magic or the miracle for you. And I believe after teaching for the last 1 month, I have been teaching you. So after teaching, today I can easily say that you people are going to rock in the CLAT examination. What request is for you, that is confidence and a little bit of seriousness. And definitely I hope in the coming days, you people will show your confidence level. So, and once again, getting back to the topic, an example is a conversation that the USA and the Soviet Union had towards each other during the Cold War. So from this particular sentence, it is clearly perceived that the tone is going to be like belligerent or hostile or bellicose. Fine? Got it? Till now, the discussion is absolutely clear to you. I hope so. Please respond so that I can proceed. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, I am going to create certain kind of situation in front of you. I will say 5 different kind of sentences, and from one liner, you have to pick up, you have to select that the author's intention or the author's tone will be which one. Okay? But there is no guarantee that the author's tone will be in that category, whatever have been discussed today. It may be different from today's discussion. You just apply your brain, you think it out, it is going to be brainstorming session for you, and then only you will respond. Okay? It may be different from the tones that have been discussed today. Maybe if we take the example of the topic that should Indian cricket team select Virat Kohli permanent captain for Indian cricket team, having better choice in the team? Indian cricket team has better choice than Virat Kohli as being as a captain of the Indian cricket team. But still they should go for Virat Kohli only, or they will wait and watch and finally they will decide that Virat will be replaced by Rohit Sharma. So if this is the topic and the entire subject matter is based on this fact, then the author's intention will be, or author's tone will be placed in which category? Neeraj, Nikhil never said. I am not asking you your suggestion. I am just going to ask what kind of tone of the authors. if this is going to be the subject matter. Through the passage, all the time it has been highlighted that author has highlighted or showed his expression that Virat is going to be replaced by number of players in Indian cricket team. They have better qualities than Virat Kohli. So actually, the author is always negating the qualities of Virat. So author is always have doubt in Virat's potential. That's why the topic has been raised that should Virat is going to be the 100% captain or all the time captain for Indian cricket team. If he is agreed to the fact, definitely he shouldn't have raised this kind of topic. So whenever there is some little contradiction, exactly, it is all about contradiction, it is all about conflict in mind, it is all about doubt in mind. So that's why your tone of the passage will be what? What? Though it is quite difficult for you to get the extract from one liner, but still I want to test your judgmental ability. It is going to be contradiction or contradictory. Fine. Now, second topic, second fact, conflict. Okay, fine. It is all about contradiction and conflict. Fine. Moving ahead. Second topic is related to should Indian students who are really intelligent, should Indian intelligent students will go abroad for higher education or not? If the author has raised this kind of topic, Indian intelligent students will go to abroad for higher studies or not? If and through the passage, number of examples are given that two groups of different kind of people are there. One are opposing and one are in favor. At that time, that topic or the tone is going to be what? Going to be what? If you are supporting a fact, somebody is opposing a fact, then what comes out? What comes out from that discussion? Come on, tell me, quick. You all people are very good, so you won't take much time to respond. Quick. Belligerent. Okay, it can be called belligerent. Can it be called argumentative? Can it be called debatable? Please answer me. Can it be called debatable? Can it be called argumentative? Because it creates argument? Yes. Ishita, yes. Premanshu, yes. Rifat, bellicose. Shikha saying yes. Yes, very good. So you force yourself, rather, why should I ask you a question? You force yourself to have the answer because you have to think it out. On the spot, what you need, you require thinking ability, and you grow, you just develop your thinking ability in yourself. When there is debate, when there is argument, then definitely that tone will be argumentative or it can be debatable. Okay, next topic. Can we say disputable? Of course, Sajubi, exactly. It can be disputable. The next one, let me take one example, and that is through the passage it has been quite explicit that the author is having a disdainful attitude. Author is having a disdainful attitude about a particular kind of person. Okay, he is having a disdainful look or disdainful attitude, hateful tone. Hateful tone is that for that particular action. Then if you are not liking, if you don't like a particular person and his action, so your attitude or your tone is going to be what? Will it be supportive? Will it be hateful? Will it be disdainful? No, it cannot be indifferent. Indifferent means you are not caring at all. You are least bothered about that. It can be, yes, Premanshu, it can be bitter, it can be acerbic, it can be hateful, it can be disdainful, it can be caustic. Very good, very good. So this is going to be the important thing for you, because most of the time through going through all the sentences of that particular passage, you have to decide that what kind of tone the author is having, what kind of attitude or perception the author has. So at the very beginning of the session, I think you are all scared about that what kind of tone is going to be decided by all of you. It is going to be really the tough one. But at the end of the session, I think it is, you people are quite satisfied, or you people are quite confident that now you are in a position to select or identify what kind of tone of the passage it is going to be. Am I right or wrong? Yes, Sajubi, it can be discriminatory. It can be vitriolic. Very good, Nandita. Absolutely right, sir, Premanshu. Okay. So what I have perceived today, that what has been taught by me today, that is totally based on the tone of the passage, and it is really going to be important factor for you guys, because reading comprehension has got a new dimension in the question pattern since the CLAT consortium has changed the pattern. So definitely, if you practice more number of passages, I am just suggesting all of you that you should practice at least 3 to 4 passages per day. Okay, the passages may be of 350 words or 300 words, or it can be of 200 words or 150 words. It hardly matters for you. What is going to be the important factor for you, that you just go through, read out the lines, try to understand the meaning of the line, and you should be quite confident while picking up the tone of the passage. That's all from my side today. I wish that definitely you are going to strive your hard, and you are definitely going to practice more and more. And if you have any doubt, you please ask without any kind of hesitation. And like all the other days, we are also trying our level best so that you can get your success. And sir, may I know the new routine? Shivam Bhardwaj. Look, Shivam, right now, actually, we haven't framed such kind of routine, but definitely we are going to make it within a few days. So you don't be scared about it. Don't have any kind of panic. You shouldn't have. Just attend the classes as usual, because the classes will not be stopped. It will be continued till the examination. Rest assured. So when will the coaching reopen for offline class, Premanshu Singh? I think you should ask Narendra Modi, our Honorable Prime Minister, so that he can give you the permission that you should go to CG and attend the classes over there, because it is not in our hand. We are also in doubt that when we are going to reopen the office. Okay, and we are waiting for that opportunity when we are going to meet all of you guys, like Shivam, Saju B. If it is possible that we will be sitting face to face and we will be conducting the classes, it will be awesome, amazing, isn't it? Don't you think that? Saju B, Shivam Bhardwaj? Okay. That's all from my side. Good night. Have a nice time. Thank you. End stream. Are you sure you want to end your stream? End.